Okay, so let's talk about growth. What if your absolute best salespeople weren't actually on your payroll? Today, we're diving into a strategy that can turn your happiest customers into this incredibly powerful organic growth engine. It's called customer-powered sales, and honestly, it might just change the way you think about growing your business.
But before we get into the solution, let's start with a problem that pretty much every business owner knows all too well. Why is it so ridiculously expensive to find and win over new customers? It really feels like this constant uphill battle, doesn't it? Well, that's because it is.
The whole situation right now is kind of like a perfect storm. The cost to run ads, it's skyrocketing. But at the same time, our trust in those very same ads has totally hit rock bottom. And what does that mean for you? Well, it means you're spending more money for way worse results. And even traditional referral programs, they're often broken. The rewards are delayed, they're uncertain, and that's just not a great motivator for anyone.
So, what if the answer wasn't about shouting louder to attract more strangers, but instead really empowering the fans you already have? This is where we make a huge shift. We stop chasing cold leads and start cultivating a community of passionate advocates. Let's really dig into how you can turn your customers into a genuine, scalable sales engine. So what exactly is customer-powered sales? Well, it's not just about vaguely asking someone for a referral and hoping for the best. No, this is a real system. It's about guiding your best customers, giving them specific, helpful marketing tasks to do, and in return for that effort, you reward them. This creates this amazing, virtuous cycle of authentic content and real organic growth.
Okay, so how does this actually work? Like, what are the steps? It all comes together in a really simple but incredibly effective three-step process. This isn't just some abstract theory. It's a practical growth engine that you can literally start building today.
At the heart of it all is something called the customer action loop. It's super straightforward. First, you set clear, simple marketing tasks for people to do. Second, and this part is absolutely crucial, the moment a user completes a task, you instantly reward them with your own special branded currency. Then third, they can take that currency and redeem it for real stuff they actually want: discounts, gifts, exclusive products. It's this powerful, self-reinforcing cycle of action and reward.
And this is where the whole concept really starts to click. We're not just asking customers to, promote us. We're giving them a clear menu of actions they can take with immediate, tangible rewards. Hey, write a review on TripAdvisor and you'll get 100 coins. Post a reel on Instagram for 200 coins. It's simple, it's direct, and man, is it effective.
Now, the engine that powers this entire system is what we call branded currency. And the absolute best way to think about it is like airline miles. You know how those miles only have value with that specific airline? It's the same idea here. It's a unique currency that only works within your brand's world. And this creates this incredibly powerful anchor that keeps your customers invested and coming back for more.
Now you might be thinking, hold on, I already have a referral program, and that's great, but this model is really designed to take those efforts and put them on steroids. Let's look at how this approach directly fixes the weak spots in most of those conventional programs. Okay, here's the fundamental difference. In a traditional referral program, the reward is basically a gamble, right? It only pays out if a friend ends up buying something. And that's exactly why motivation is so low. With a customer-powered model, the reward for the action itself is instant and it's guaranteed. You're rewarding the effort, not just the outcome. It's a total game changer.
And this quote just hits the nail on the head. It gets right to the heart of why this works so well. There is simply nothing more powerful than a genuine recommendation from a real person talking about their own experience. That creates a level of trust and authenticity that you could never, ever buy from an ad agency or some hired influencer. All right, so the philosophy is pretty compelling. I think we can agree. But at the end of the day, business growth comes down to the numbers. So let's take a look at the real, measurable impact a customer-powered sales model has on the bottom line.
The data really does speak for itself. Businesses that actually put this model into practice see a 3 to 4 times increase in two of the most important metrics: customer lifetime value and retention. I mean, this isn't just some tiny optimization. It's a fundamental shift in results. And it happens because you're not just creating one-off transactions, you're building real relationships and a feedback loop that keeps customers engaged and invested in your success.
So, when you boil it all down, this model delivers this amazing trifecta of benefits. First, it slashes your customer acquisition costs because you're basically building an organic marketing army. Second, it maximizes the lifetime value of every single customer you have. And third,
All of that authentic, user-generated content gives you this massive, compounding boost in visibility across search engines and AI platforms. It's a win-win-win.
Which really leaves us with one final, and I think pretty powerful question to think about. It's not about finding a new sales team, but about recognizing the one you already have. Are your customers your most powerful and maybe your most overlooked asset for growth?